So guys, as my subscribers are growing, I'm getting a lot of requests to do particular videos. And there's one, I obviously did a video about Amir Khan the other day. I've got a lot of Pacquiao fans on my channel, and they wanted me to do a video. Also, there was a guy that said, can you do your three best pound for pound greatest fighters of all time? That will be coming soon, maybe later tonight. But I'm going to do one about Pacquiao, where someone said Pacquiao is an inspiration, do a video. Now, guys, I admire Manny Pacquiao. I admire anyone that's come from nothing to something, where not just something where they kind of shook up the world a little bit, you know. And you can say that about Pacquiao. Pacquiao's journey is incredible. Obviously, to Filipino people, he's obviously a lot more adored and more of a hero than he is to maybe foreigners like myself, or people that don't have a background attachment to him, don't have an emotional attachment, like I made a video about Amir Khan. But when you look at what someone like Manny Pacquiao's done, right? And Amir Khan's done a lot. It makes it look what Amir Khan's done very small, because Pacquiao is an icon. Not just the fact that Pacquiao's done so much outside the ring, but it's what he's done in the ring as well. He's obviously a much better fighter than, you know, Amir Khan. He's obviously, you know, achieved a lot more in the sport than Amir Khan. So I have to give someone like Pacquiao, you know, I've always liked his style. His style has been fantastic. One of the most exciting fighters of this generation, without a shadow of a doubt. A great fighter. A great fighter. He's in the ring, the fighters, his resume is fantastic. He's beaten the best after the best after the best. He's come back from adversity, lost, been knocked, spark out, come back, you know, and shown that he's one of the greatest fighters of this generation. You know, he lost to Floyd Mayweather, which obviously was a big thorn in his, you know, it probably felt like a dagger in the heart to him, because he you know, it was between who was the best fighter in this era, and Mayweather showed that, you know, he was just too good on the night. But Pacquiao, still at this age, is continuing to show his dedication and determination and discipline to the sport, which is incredible. He's a phenomenon, Pacquiao. He's a phenomenon. There's no doubt about it. He's someone to be admired. But I want to look at him outside the ring. I was watching a Pacquiao documentary not so long ago. And Pacquiao said, some days I got food, some days I didn't. Some days I ate, some days I drank water, some days I didn't. And that really hit me, because us guys, people in the UK, we've never had to come across those kind of difficulties. We get everything put on a plate. This man's not just gone through all of that to become a boxing superstar and a legend. But there's many other things. We don't know how hard it was for him to train. Did his family want him to work to earn some money to support his family? How did he make, you know, it was a very difficult journey for Pacquiao. And that's got to be admired. He's the guy, like I said, anybody that comes from nothing, literally nothing. I'm saying not like, you know, people that have it and they say, oh, I've come from nothing, when really they haven't. Like McGregor, for example. McGregor used to eat. This guy didn't even know if he was where his next meal was coming from. It was that bad, his situation. If you look at Pacquiao's history, and I'm not going to go through it because it's going to take ages, but you look at Pacquiao's history and look at what adversity he's had to come through, not just in the ring, but outside the ring. His biggest battle was won outside the ring. His biggest battle was won... His biggest battle was what he had to face in the hardships that he had. Not having water, not having food. We can't put a number on how difficult it must have been for Pacquiao to come through all of those circumstances. And I can understand why he's so much of a hero, why Philippines stop when this guy fights. Because the guy's an inspiration to millions of people in the Philippines that are in the same position. Millions of Filipinos that it might be in the same position, that might be struggling, that might not have anything to eat, that might not have anything to drink. Well, they'll say, if Manny Pacquiao did it, we can do it. If he made something out of himself, we can make something out of himself. This guy's from the streets to a boxing superstar. From the streets, I'm saying, from no food, from no water, some days, to becoming one of the greatest fighters of all time. Incredible. Incredible. When you combine that story with his boxing story and the fact that he's gone up so many weight categories and beat up the crap out of so many bigger fighters than him, bigger in terms of physically bigger, you know, the guy's a phenomenon. He is. He's an icon and a phenomenon. And, you know, I think sometimes, you know, his achievements, although he gets credit, I don't feel like he gets enough credit for what he's achieved in the sport. Because he's an icon, you know. And I have an attachment to obviously Amir Khan, but I also, Pacquiao's probably one of the most exciting fighters I've seen ever. Like, I never miss a Manny Pacquiao fight. That's one thing for sure. Not because I have an attachment to him, but because of the fact that he's so exciting, his fighting style. I'm going to be honest, I probably can't say the same about Mayweather. Although he was probably the greatest fighter of this generation, maybe the greatest fighter of all time. But I didn't watch all of Mayweather's fights because I didn't have that same kind of, you know, that excitement. There wasn't that same kind of excitement because he was boring. Pacquiao was nothing about his fights were boring. Even if the fights were one-sided where he was beating up on a guy, it was so exciting to watch the way he used to break guys down and beat them up. It was just a great watch. And like I said, after watching that documentary, I was inspired by, you know, Pacquiao and just the legend he is and what he's done outside the ring, the way he does charity work, the way he helps the Filipino people, the fact that he wants to become prime minister of that country and want to make a change. All of these things have to be admired. You have to take your hat off and say, you know what? Respect. Respect. Guys, I'm going to cut the video here, but I'll end it on this. A guy that came from nothing, off the streets, went on to become one of the greatest fighters of all time, went on to become a boxing superstar. If that's not an inspiration to people like me, you, and many people maybe in his position, I don't know what is. Manny Pacquiao's journey is a journey that inspires millions around the world. It gives many people in poverty hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Leave your thoughts, guys, in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.